Hey, what's going on YouTube? Belton here. I've been playing some Phrecia recently and put together a pretty cool character, which is an infinite Vaal lightning strike ancestral commander marauder. And what we're going to test here is not anything really to do with the build. I've combined mine with strength stacking and a few other things to get infinite rage and whatnot, which is pretty cool, but really, these are all kind of things I've somewhat experienced before. I've never done infinite Vaal lightning strike, but I thought it would be kind of interesting and fun experiment to see how many projectiles that we could get to go off at once within the duration of the spell cast itself. So here's what one of them looks like. So I've stacked projectiles, I've stacked skill duration, I have returning projectiles, and we have a lot of attack speed. The attack speed impacts the pulse rate. So the way Vaal lightning strike works is that there's the melee strike aspect where if there's no enemy to hit, it'll put an orb on the ground, and then that orb will shoot out projectiles based on how many projectiles you have, and that lasts for a certain duration. Now, with the one that I've set up, you could see here we have 23.69 seconds of duration, and then it fires 21 projectiles. But then I have Dying Sun with increased effect, which means that we'll get 24 projectiles per cast on it. So 23.69 seconds, right? So we'll do the math here quickly. 23.69 seconds. And we then have to look at our attack speed. So we will put on this Blood Rage, and we can see that our attacks per second is 6.1. So that's 6.1 times 23.69. Times 23.61, and then it shoots 24 projectiles, but then we have Nimbus on, which makes those projectiles return, so that's 48 projectiles. So then we multiply all of those together, 23 point, and by the way, this is nowhere near as high as you could get it, 23.69 times 6.1 times 48. So 6,936 projectiles. So just under 7,000 projectiles we will be able to cast by the time our first cast ends and our last cast begins, since it lasts for that duration. So assuming that I'm able to maintain the same pace of attacking and whatnot, we should be able to do that. And the mechanism by which we're doing this is we have a 12 link here with Squire and the the standard 9 link dagger with the enchant socketed Vaal skills do not apply soul gain prevention, and then we have Hate Forge with 25% reduced rage cost of skills, the tireless wheel which reduces that by 20%, and then the savage intensity which reduces it by a further 20%. I've automated my war cries combined with the war cries grant a minimum rage per enemy power, as well as put on the war cry cooldown recovery rate. And then also take in Scions, which is the Forbidden Flesh and Flame combo, which gives maximum Warcry power, so that every time an automated Warcry goes off, it gives 5 rage. On top of that, we do Forbidden Rite like this, and then Vengeful Cry like that. And you can see we go all the way up to 114 rage. And because of Warcry buff effect here, we actually generate close to 50 rage a second. And since our rage cost is only 8, and because we have all that increased duration, you can see the buff lasts for 15.29 seconds. And so we're just going to have to cast that twice throughout, which will obviously put a slight hinder on being able to attack permanently. But we'll be able to infinitely cast the Vaal lightning strikes as a result of that. So the test here, I didn't want to crash the servers in the middle of a game, use it to dupe anything, take advantage of other players or anything like that. So we're just going to do this in my menagerie. I've had a lot of experiences in PoE. I've never played Vaal lightning strike infinitely, and I've never played something so crazy that it's crashed the game before, since Mjolnir back in the day, when you used to do 300 Mjolnir discharges a second before internal cool rates and stuff were established. And so this is really just sort of a fun thing. I got a brand new computer, so I want to see if the old rig is able to hold this up. So without further ado, gentlemen, I say we get this party started and see how she goes. Well, there we go, lads. I guess that answers the question. Can the game handle 7,000 projectiles per cast? The answer is no. See you next time, YouTube.